Today I'm working on a display for this beautiful Southern Utah Merriam's turkey. I'm going to start by trimming up this cape to get rid of these extra saddle feathers. I won't need these for this mount. When I'm displaying a fan, I typically prefer to just use the last 2 rows of feathers. I personally feel it looks better than including additional rows of feathers from the saddle. When I say saddle, I just mean like the back of the turkey. You'll see here that I'm just separating the skin and feathers I won't be using from the ones I will be using. And I'm just going to trim off the tailbone here and eventually get to all this extra meat and fat that I don't want on these feathers, because that'll just rot and stink and attract bugs. And I don't want any of that in this display. If you do this for yourself, you definitely want to make sure you get all those quills cleaned off as best as you can. I'm willing to bet that there are hundreds of different ways that people have displayed their turkeys. There's traditional mounts, tail fan mounts, beard displays, spur displays, and even something that's slightly more popular these days is the feather art, which I personally really like as well. The list goes on, I'm sure, and I've done a bunch of different turkey displays and even a couple of full body mounts. Every time I fall a little bit more in love with these beautiful birds. I think turkeys are super rad. Even though I love turkeys, I'm definitely a noob when it comes to both hunting them and doing full body mounts for them. There's a couple things I don't offer with turkeys, and that's the full body mounts as well as the feather art displays. Full body mounts, I've done a couple. I wasn't super pleased with their quality. And so I want to take a class or just learn some more and do some more practicing before I offer them to my customers. Don't get me wrong though, I don't think that either of the turkeys I've done were terrible. I just need to dial in some of the anatomy and learn that before I really want to offer them to customers, because a turkey mount's expensive. I want to make sure I'm producing a really high quality mount if I'm going to charge what a turkey mount is going to cost. As you could probably tell, I went ahead and washed this fan, and now I'm just going to go ahead and start drying it. And I want to make sure all those feathers are completely dry, and then I'm going to tape it in place so that while it dries, it doesn't move. Once we got that tail fan all taped up, we can pretty much just forget about it for the next few weeks. So now I'm going to move over to the wings. I'm going to open it up here, and on these wing displays, I like to remove this this main bone in the wing. It's the radius and the ulna. I think it's easier to clean this way, and then it's also less bulky when trying to attach it to the plaque. So overall, I just feel like it's easier. So just like the tail fan mount, I did run this under the flesher just to get as much of that fat and meat off. And then I washed it and dried it. And at this point, we're ready to start to secure it to the plaque. Before I fully secure it, I always play around with it just to make sure I have a good idea of the spacing that I want and how extended I want the wing to be. And then I'll go through and get the feathers in the right places, make sure it's preened properly and looking good. And once that's all done, I can go ahead and secure it. I usually just use like a staple gun. Once that's secure, I will go ahead and do the other wing the same way. And as you can see, I'll tape it up, and we're ready for this to dry for the next few weeks. After 2 weeks of drying, it's ready to go. So I just got to put the final touches on this display and kind of seal everything off, and it'll be ready to be picked up. The plaque for this display was laser engraved by a local guy named Westbrook Ventures. He did the trophy pick as the laser engraving on this plaque. I think it turned out awesome. All I'm doing now, I like to use Bondo to kind of seal up the insides of those wings that are exposed, just to kind of hold the rest of that, whatever little fat might still be in there. I like to do the same for the tail as well, and then it also provides some structure to further secure this to the plaque. Once that's all done, it's pretty much ready to go home.